Boom. Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV with my co-host, Jeremy Scipio.
What's going on, people?
And special guest, so many things up underneath his name. I'm not going to even throw one out and disrespect him, but Mr. Taylor Ricard, what's happening with you, man?
What's popping? God bless everybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, blessed to be here. I want to start out, man, and give a rest in peace to the homeboy Dave from De La, man. That was a powerful loss the universe had, man. He was a great guy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a good guy. He was a great guy. So yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that, because you know, I don't know what happened, but you know, just seeing the amount of love they received amongst the hip hop community, you know, some people might not know.
Well, you know, from you know, my own personal experience, I probably got into De La Soul about 87, 88. They had a single, I want to say it was Plug Tuning. And then I remember maybe 88, 89, watching MTV and dancing the potholes in my lawn, and my parents did. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how the world works, because maybe the cats from the Pharcyde knew De La pretty early on, but I didn't meet De La till about, I want to say maybe 97, 98, did a show in Hawaii. Oh, I got a good one. Oh man, let's add some lightness to it. So we're doing this show in Hawaii, and my first time to Hawaii, it was De La Soul, Black Eyed Peas, Pharcyde, and man, I can't remember. Oh, Yellow Man. Yeah, it was Yellow Man. And so they took us to ride these four-wheelers before, like, we had some off days, so I'm sure it was like before the show or whatever. So we're riding these four-wheelers, and they take us through a cow pasture. That's a whole nother story. Like, why would they take us with four-wheelers in the cow pasture? But Pasta News from De La Soul was riding his ATV right in front of me, and we were going through this trail, and his ATV straight flipped and rolled 3 times. And I had stopped, and I'm just saying to myself, like, oh man, I'm about to see the, you know, most disastrous situation in the world. And then he straight got up after he stopped rolling. They came, they restarted his ATV, and we rolled up out of there. I was like, yeah.
Miracle moments.
Yeah, wow. But no, that trip I got introduced to De La, like, on a personal level. And then probably I would say when Brown started working with the Gorillas, the African American people, it was only like De La and us, really. Like, and when I say African American, I don't mean black, because they have, like, you know, the Caribbean in the United Kingdom, they have the Caribbean, you know, the Caribbean English people, they have the African English people, and then they have Africans. But African American, we're, you know, we're from America, so our, you know, the things we like, just all that kind of stuff is kind of different. So we ended up doing a gang of shows with De La. So Dave was kind of like always the person that I kind of like click with, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was cool with the manager, we used to drink and, you know, all that, but Dave was just on a whole nother level, kind of on the hip hop icon thing. But then we just became friends, you know what I'm saying? And I would go to him when I had like questions kind of about like the music business from a touring aspect, I guess, and then different little decisions I'd make and whatnot. And he was always a dude to just offer a wealth of knowledge that, like, you know, he easily could have been curved me or just done whatever. But he was a good dude, and hip hop has taken a major blow. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely taking a major blow, and I appreciate the allowing me to get my long-windedness on, because it was hard. Like I found out on Sunday, Brown called me, and his cousin had called me, but I was cooking, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit him after I eat. And then Brown called me, and I kind of didn't. He said that he had passed, but it didn't even click. And then I told him that his cousin had just called me, and then Brown was like, no, you need to call him right now. And so I think Sunday was kind of like in shock. And then Monday, Brown and I were both at the office, and it was just like, man, we were struggling to be there. Like, it was just very difficult. And then, today is definitely, better than it was. But yeah, man, we lost a real one, man. I mean, the music that he did is dope that people get into that. But as a person, man, he was just like a really good dude.
He was a real cool person. I met him once, only once.
Okay.
I met him at a DJ Killer Touch. Got tickets from Buddha Brown to a Gorillaz concert, and we ended up getting to go backstage. And I got to meet De La Soul. I got to meet Buddha. I got to meet Burna Boy, I think, and a couple other artists. But he was real down to earth, like real chill, humble personality.
Yeah, man, and and it's so funny because I got like, through him, before he and I got really cool, I was cool with his first cousin, Fudge, who Fudge was he used to manage Fife from Tribe Called Quest. He was, ran with Fife for years. And then I met his brother, but I didn't know his brother, which his brother passed last year or maybe the year before. His brother was a road manager, like a beast. Like, he worked for Common, he worked for Common. I forget who else he worked for, but it was people that I wanted to get in. I wanted to make that back call to get into the shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mikey was a dang. Yeah, I can't even think though. But yeah, Mikey was, and the funny thing about it, Mike, he wasn't even a flashy dude. Like, dude, he was so low key and in the background and in the cut. Like, you'd never even know him and Dave were brothers. Like, they were, Dave was like the hip hop icon, and Mikey was just kind of like, Mike was just strictly business on it. But definitely two great dudes and two great losses. And then I ended up meeting their other first cousin, Lies, Paparazzi, and we ended up becoming real tight. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird how I met different people in Dave's family, but not directly through him. You know what I'm saying? And we just like real cool.
It was destiny. It was lining up for you to meet him as well, though.
Yeah. And it's crazy because his cousin Fudge, he passed away in Atlanta, and that was like weird. And it was a trip because I met Fudge because Fudge used to Fudge and Barbarella, George Clinton's daughter, managed Joy Big Gip from the Goody Mob's baby's mom. Okay. And so I ended up, me and Fudge was homeboys, and then Joy was recording out here with Raphael Sadiq. She was on Raphael Sadiq's label. And so Fudge kind of brought me into that whole, that whole circling thing. But from their family, man, magical people, man. There were some Haitian Americans that were some very, very, very good people, man. Very good people. So what's up, Jeremy? I know you're a little, so Taylor's the youngest. You younger than me. So when did you get into De La Soul?
Let me see specifically. I think I talked about this on here, but I'd say I'm late to everything. I think Kweli talking about De La Soul is what made me go backtrack. So yeah, just the whole movement, like and then obviously, we've been fortunate enough to talk about them on here, and actually talk to them, so that's been cool. But yeah, I think so that's like, this is embarrassing, but it's probably like 2005.
I think that's about when I got on them too, because the first time I heard of them, they was on matter of fact, the first time I heard of them, they was on the Chappelle Show. Then
they were on the Chappelle Show. Yeah.
When I became a fan was probably when I heard Feel Good and by the Gorillaz.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I say, so yeah, we young, bro. We can't be so.
Nah, that's
At least I caught it though. You feel me? I caught some greatness. You know, I got to
oh
see
no,
it.
I can't. I
My
can't.
dad, my dad, he's a real hip hop fan. He real broken up about it too, though. He said that was one of his favorite groups. It's one of the groups that inspired him to rap. So I understand like how important it is, how important they are. He is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's dope. How you Taylor, how you heard Feel Good, because so Brown was on Dirty Harry on that album.
Yeah, I know.
And
He's smushed it.
and it was like me kind of being around people, the star in them really didn't click in me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like you hang around Killer Touch or something. It's just like, and then you got
to meet them as a person. You feel me? It's way more intimate.
Yeah, and so you don't see him as that. And when I knew that song "Feel Good" was big, I was in a Mexican bar, and I was in Long Beach, and I was sitting there. I was having my chips and salsa, drinking on my drink, and "Feel Good" came on, and it was it wasn't a pop demographic at all. But I saw everybody into the song, and then I'm like, dang.
Nice. It's like alternative hip hop.
Yeah.
I think I was in the 7th grade when I first heard "Feel Good," and I used to skateboard. So, and CDs was popping in too. So like I went and bought a Demon Days CD, and I'm just playing the CD, doing kickflips, and then "Feel Good" come on. It's like what, like it's one of my favorite songs on the album. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Then I got to see the music video, and like the music video was just, it was. I don't know. I've always been a fan of Gorillaz, how they involve animation within their music, like, and then involve reality within it too, like how they put them on a big screen back there rapping, like laughing, going crazy, like that shit was hard. It's crazy. The first people to do it and like do it, and like it's gritty, but it's elegant too. Like, and then it's so creative because I don't know, bro. Just shout out to the Gorillaz, shout out to De La Soul, man. It's just creativity, bro. Like, remember them for their creativity.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's dope that you get, like, you can recognize you know what I'm saying?
It inspired me, I also like, I play guitar, so like that's one of the first songs I actually learned how to play too. Like,
really?
It's intimate to me as it is to you in my own way, my own personal way. Like, yeah.
That's so dang. So who introduced you to hip hop? Was it Pops or it was just
my dad could rap, he could spit. Like my dad, nice, like one of the best lyricists I ever heard in my life, like, better than Eminem, like on a Jay-Z level, like, and he used to do music around me. He used to do music in the crib, he used to do music with my cousins and stuff, and his cousins, and he'll bring his projects home and play them for me. There's like cassettes popping, and I'm just like, man, it's you? Like, how you could do this? Like, you sound like them. Like, yeah, like, and I don't know, just I love that about him, you feel me? So I always wanted to impress my dad. So it's just something I picked up a pen. I just got, I started, like, it was in my blood. I guess it was destiny. Like, I started doing it. All of a sudden I got good. I went to impressing him. So I think that's how I got into like hip hop.
Oh, okay.
I listened to some of his influence, you feel me? De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Pharcyde, Das Effects. You feel me? Like, yeah, like some old Cube, you feel me? Pac, of course. The Chronic album. I used to listen to Eminem real heavy. Jigga the Blueprint, Nas, I Am, like, just Wu-Tang, you feel me? Like, heavy on the Wu-Tang, because not only did we listen to Tang, we used to watch like Shaolin movies, like the old Chinese dynasty movies. So like, I really got all the way into what they were creating because I saw that they took a lot of their knowledge and wisdom from those movies. And like, I ain't gonna lie, like, just hip hop, bro. He introduced me to what is like, hip hop for real.
Where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge, North Side. They go down. They go down. But now, like, it's really a good place, bro. It's just really, really small, and people are very territorial. Just say that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's from Baton Rouge, but I'm gonna tell you one of the largest hip hop personalities. And I want him to come back to the spotlight a little bit, man, because he stepped away because he was just too much, though. But I like that too much.
Ooh.
Lil Webby, man.
Oh yeah, he from BR. He from Glen Oaks.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he a person. That's a person. That's a big person, man.
Webby.
You met him in person?
No.
Great personality, bro. Real humble dude. Speak whatever on his mind. Just real upfront, like. And one of he created the whatever you hear artists doing come from Baton Rouge. That seems like if you want to designate a sound to Baton Rouge, he's one of those pioneers. Like one of the pioneers to Baton Rouge rap. Most definitely.
You know, okay, so Boosie is entertaining to me, but before Boosie, I want to say I connected to Webby, dude. He was ahead of his game. He was the curve. He was ahead of the curve. He was popping, man, and he was funny, but he would just go too far a little bit.
He would go a little too far.
A little bit.
But I mean, yeah, fame kind of do that in a way, don't it? Like it puts you to go for it, like because you gotta be saying when you speak your mind, you true to yourself. But then I guess you get to a point where you just said everything. You got to look for some other stuff to say, and everything that come out ain't rated E.
Yeah, like what? Put it this way: whatever you think Boosie is, as far as being off the chart a little bit. Yeah, Webby was there, man.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, they both were funny in general. Like I have to say, just a natural, like the way their mind works.
The chemistry they bounce off each other. You see, Boosie wasn't really like an entertainer at first either. Though. Like he wasn't as entertaining as Webby. He was way more serious on the serious side. But Boosie lightened up. Like as he matures and he gets older, he done got way more funny. He way more vocal. So you get to see his personality now too. But at first, you just saw Webby personality.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he was just with it. Like he just with it. He know how to jump in front of that camera and activate himself since a real young age. Like you were born with that.
And he spitted any girl. He spitted. He knew it didn't matter who it was.
He got banned from 106 in Park for trying to get at Roxy.
Yeah, trying to get Roxy. What was that, like 2013, 12? Some stuff like that, something like that.
It was a while ago. I remember that. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
So Taylor, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, yeah.
So Taylor, how do you think hip hop influences the world?
What you mean? Everything, all of our actions, from our mood when we wake up in the morning to our mood when we fall asleep. Like I feel like hip hop navigates many, especially like people who are under 25. It navigates their habits, and sometimes all the habits ain't good, you know what I'm saying? So it can affect some people negatively because I feel like in I'm not gonna say hip hop, that's rap. In hip hop, I feel like you're being educated. Like, my bad. Let me re-answer that. Yeah, and one more time, what was the question? Just so I answer. Yeah, I had to. My bad. Let me backtrack. One more time, what was the question?
We gonna get it. How do you think?
How do I feel like hip hop influences the world? That's what you asked me? I feel like hip hop influences the world positively because I don't know. Hip hop is all about being clever, expressing intelligence through metaphors and similes. So I don't know. I feel like you're gonna take something with you from hip hop, like it's either it's gonna be wisdom or they're gonna teach you something about relativity. At the basic level, you're gonna learn something about relativity. You're gonna learn how to compare something in your personal life to something within nature, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're gonna see the symbol and the symbolicness in it, like, oh damn, that makes sense. That does go together, like at the very bare minimum, but at a very high intellectual stage of hip hop, bro, like you're gonna gain some form of consciousness. Like hip hop could change the way you think. Like hip hop has changed the way I think. You feel me? I don't know if it does for everyone, but hip hop is also something I feel like the world don't really have a lot of hip hop right now. You know what I'm saying? And they don't take the time out to cherish the hip hop that made hip hop. You feel me? Like Diggable Planets. Don't nobody be riding around listening to Diggable Planets. I do, but I know like I know other guys in their 20s they don't even know what that is. Like, who is that? Like, what? Huh? But then heard the song so many times on so many movies, but just that's hip hop. What they doing today is trap soul, or like trap and rap. Like, that's not hip hop. You can't learn nothing from that. Just how to get high and kill somebody.
You know, something interesting. I watched, and I talked about it maybe a show ago. I watched the South come from something that was kind of like now you always had like, okay, so we knew about Uncle Luke, we knew about the Ghetto Boys, right. But while it was this East Coast, West Coast thing kind of going on, it's like the South just came from nowhere, man. And when they came, it was kind of like, okay, so you had, let's just say Jermaine Dupri, he had his thing in Atlanta going on, but it was never, I'm not gonna say it as if I'm how everybody in the world felt from California, but me personally, I thought it was more like pop hip hop or pop rap, like the stuff.
It was like pop. It was, you know, it was his expressiveness of, you know, Southern music, but it was more pop style. I don't know. It's a different from growing up in the city and growing up in like the country. Like you dealing with artists that come from the country, you know, raised around chickens and you know the bare, like they grew up with the bare minimum. So when they start to express, or when they start to experience, my bad, like lavish lifestyles or visualize them, they desire that. That's what I feel like the South brought that in music. Like it brought that, and with Outkast, it brought like consciousness version of that. Like flexing my consciousness because I come from the bottom, but I didn't go to be so wise. Like, yeah. I like
it's so funny. I was looking at something on Andre 3000 today on YouTube, and he was talking about, I guess Outkast had gotten offered $40 million to do a tour, and I guess Andre suffers from like social anxiety disorder, and so he doesn't really like to perform and just whatever. And in the rap, he apologized to Big Boy for, you know, for the money part or whatever. And I just remember just thinking, like, I remember when Outkast first came out, and we never put it this way. I would have bet my house note and car note for a year in 1996 that the South would never get to a point of where it would lap everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
But it happened, man. It happened, man.
I mean, the East and the West reigned for so long. I mean, I guess it was just time, you know, polar ships. It's time to get the North and the South a chance, you know? They do have something to say. The story is completely different from the East and the West, but I guess that's what also makes it interesting. Like, your story is entirely different. Your journey is entirely different from mine. So it's drawing me in because I don't know nothing about it. You feel me? And your way of expressing it is different as well. We got East Coast and West Coast for what? Throughout the 80s and the mid 90s. That's a nice constant 15-year reign. And 10 of those years, I ain't gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 7 of those years was strictly just East Coast rappers. Like, that's all you knew about, like all East Coast. Everything that's coming out that's rap is all East Coast. Then it hit like, oh, they got West Coast rappers too. Oh, damn, they nice too. You know, now that people just looking back and forth, like who better, trying to compare, but you really can't because it's two different experiences from life. You feel me?
Tell me about how did you get in touch with Killer Touch?
How did I get in touch with Killer Touch? That's a bar.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's a bar. No, bro. That's
I really didn't mean to do that.
I'm gonna use that. Be cool. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna give your writer credits when I use it, sure. But I met Killer Touch. He was the president of a label called Black Balloon Global from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, ran by CEO Ray Vicks. Shout out to Vicks. And he was just managing the label, managing the artists, and we were on our way to South by Southwest, and man, my music came on in the car. He was like, "Who this is?" Like, and they was like, "Oh, this him." You feel me? The other artists on the label was like, "Oh, that's him." Cut that shit up. Like, Killer cut that shit up and just was like I don't know, it really just history from there. Like, he liked my song. You feel me? He liked my energy, he liked my vibe. And from there, he started to introduce me to people and tell people about me. And you know, I'm an artist. I just want to make better music. So I just work harder and harder to impress this person in a higher position than me who can open doors for me and, you know,
Hey,
job executed. You feel like I'm not done either. Like, I'm gonna continue to impress them because just, you know, the fact that my music please somebody who so close and true to hip hop, like, come on now, that fueled me. You feel me? Like, that mean the world to me.
how do you define? Was I?
No, I'm sorry, Jeremy. Go ahead.
I was like, how do you find freestyling, and how do you use it as your process in your process of making music, if you do use it?
So freestyling for me is like, it's very easy. It helps me make my music because it gives me an instant subject. Like, I can talk about what's happening right in the moment. I don't have to sit down and look around or dig through my phone for a subject. I simply can step into the booth and spit or sing what we call reality rap. So I'm just gonna talk to you about what point I am at in life, how I feel, how I'm experiencing it, what I'm learning from it, what I'm not learning. If I'm not learning from it, why I'm not, I'm gonna express all that, you know? Because I mean, this is my outlet. This is my place to vent. This is therapy for me. For me, it's therapy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's so easy to freestyle. Like, I just tell the truth. I get it all out. I tell on myself. If I'm in the middle of something that I ain't supposed to be in, I tell on myself. You know what I'm saying? I plead the fifth on any illegal, but I'm talking about like for situations, relationships. If I feel some type of way about something you did, it's most likely gonna come out in this song. If I'm very, very pleased with the way we've been interacting lately, it's gonna come out in this song. So that's why freestyling is just so easy. Like, just be true to yourself, be true to the moment, you know? Express how you feel in the moment.
I like that.
Yeah. Not to stop you, but not to take nothing from writing, because writing takes time, patience, structure. And I do believe that when you write, you can explain your logical perspective better because you're not freestyling. Freestyling is kind of on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You flowing with it. You're thinking while you're making up these rhymes. But when you write, you're thinking, you're taking your time, you're breaking it down. So to all those who freestyle, writing is important too. Don't neglect your pen. It's a penmanship. You're a pen swordsman, you feel me? That's what make you a lyricist. So don't neglect your pen.
Hey man, you raised up. Hey man, you got a pretty good foundation of hip hop. You know, if somebody asked me, but I'm a flim flam around real quick. So you from Baton Rouge, you down in Fort Lauderdale. Being in Fort Lauderdale, what food do you miss from Baton Rouge that you do not have in Florida?
Gumbo.
Yeah,
crawfish etouffee, shrimp etouffee, red beans and rice, collard greens, cornbread, you know, mac and cheese, tuna casserole.
Wait. They don't have collard greens and cornbread?
I mean, not the kind of cornbread they got in the South. It's different. See, that cornbread in the South is almost like a cake, but it ain't that sweet. But it hit like a cake. You feel me? You'll end up breaking it down and putting it in your red beans and rice, and it's just ass. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I ain't ate nothing out here that got me looking. You know what I'm saying? I miss home food. I be missing home cooked food. Yeah.
You know.
I went and got some crawfish the other day. The crawfish I told them give me the super hot spicy, not the mild, not the spicy. I want the super hot spicy. I want the mouth burn. That wasn't about nothing. You feel me? It wasn't about nothing.
That wasn't coming out.
That wasn't no crawfish, you hear me? That wasn't no crawfish. I don't know what that was.
That Louisiana coming out there, boy.
That
man.
wasn't no crawfish. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was.
Nah, you gotta have your folks sing you some, man. Some, you know.
I gotta boil them joints in hot sauce.
That's dope. So what's your favorite genre of music other than hip hop?
Oh, other than hip hop?
Yeah.
R&B, soul, and rock.
All right.
I say rock. I really want to put rock up in the front, but due to the fact that there hasn't been any good rock music in the past, like, I'm gonna say 15 years, I can't put rock up there. But hey, like rock before like 2005, Prussia. Prussia. Like, cause don't nobody be on them bands like Linkin Park and Gorillaz and Evanescence and you know what I'm saying? Like Sita, Nickelback. They don't be on it. They wouldn't own it. Nobody was on it.
Hip hop took the spotlight.
Taking Back Sunday, you feel me? Like, it's so many Jimmy Eat World, you feel me? Nobody was on none of that. And now I hear like they trying to implement it in a rap music now. And I don't know if they conscious of the fact that they doing it, but I be aware of it. Like, I could tell if you listen to rock back in the gap, if what you do in your music now. Rock is super influential, especially groups like Linkin Park, because you got, you know, Mike Shinoda, he a lyricist in the band. You feel me? Just like Rage Against the Machine, dude, a lyricist in the band. Like, rock really influenced me to like, don't box yourself in as just a genres because of your skin tone. You feel me? Like, you'll cut your blessing. You might be able to make one of the greatest rock songs ever because I mean, look at Little Richard. Like, rocking, that's the king of rock and roll. Like, people have got to alter their perspectives, man. But yeah, R&B, soul, and rock. Those are three of my other favorite genres other than hip hop.
I got a hot take when it comes to that topic. I feel like hip hop kind of took over that, like what rock was anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's just because the boundaries on what hip hop is way broader than what rock is. And yeah, I tell you the one that to me started it, and after that I was just like, yeah, there's nothing safe. Is Eminem's "Lose Yourself." That won an Oscar. Right. That won an Oscar for hip hop's song, best song of the year, or whatever. And that was a rock song.
It was a rock song. But you're right. You're 100% right.
Like the guitar riff, you know what I mean? And you talk about literally as a white guy like singing like this on the track. I mean, come on, man, that's a rock song.
Right, you're right.
But going forward, it was like I think it kind of took like hip hop just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger,
and they kind of ate rock up.
Yeah, so it's in there inside of hip hop somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's in hip hop now, but I don't even think people are conscious of it. Like,
nah,
it's definitely in. Like, you got Lil Uzi Vert, you got, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I just want to rock. I mean, come on, what is
that? He a rock star. Like, you hear it all in his music. Like,
yeah, that's a prime example. The evolution from that moment up until now shows you like what happened to that genre. But yeah, you're right though. Why limit yourself when you can make you can make the best song, the biggest song ever? You know what I mean? So you don't have to limit yourself. I think that was a great point you put out there. Other than rap, what other element of hip hop do you like the most?
I love b-boy, like the dancing, but I cannot dance, so I really just like watching. But I like listening to Killer DJ too. Like, that's personal, like because he a cold DJ. He don't like the DJ. But when you get on the ones and twos, then you go to chopping and scratching and cutting and bring. I'm like, boy, this like, remember that moment in Juice when Q was up there tripping, battling dude? I be feeling like I'm in the. I be feeling like I'm in the. Real talk. I'm flexed that Queen Latifah kicked out. What you mean? My shit wet. No,
how old are you?
How you think I am?
I mean, because you right, yeah, you raising it back. It's a different laugh than from research to like experience. So I'm up here like, okay, like at least 28. What?
You know your stuff, bro. You nice.
28?
Yeah.
That's not your age, for real?
That ain't my age.
Yeah, that's not your age.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm incognito. I'm a vampire.
I mean, people don't really know my age either. That's why. But yeah,
it's cool. I'm a vampire. I can't disclose my age. If I tell you I've been alive 1,000 years, you ain't gonna believe me. So it don't. You know what I'm saying? No matter. I'm stuck this age for a long time. It's cool.
We got a star right here, Jeremy. Man, he ready, man. We just ain't caught up to him, man.
He got the fit.
No, I ain't say y'all caught up to me. The world got to catch up. Y'all on point. Y'all are in the frequency of love. The world got to catch the wave. You feel me? They gotta, yeah.
He talking about some. Hey, you know your stuff. That's funny. It's like it's an audition. You got me. Let me see the ID. Like what? 49, nigga.
Yeah.
So your favorite movie, Taylor? Your favorite hip hop movie? Favorite hip hop?
My favorite hip hop movie, Juice, a hip hop movie.
Yeah, we give it that.
Juice,
Yeah.
Juice. What? I love Juice, man.
You Bishop or Q?
Ah, man, it depends.
It depends on the day.
It depends on who you. It depends on who you are. To me, you feel me? I didn't been Roman Bishop, but I feel like these days I'm definitely a Q.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm too chill. I'm super chill. Bishop was tripping. He was on some other stuff.
Yeah, he snapped, man. Over a little pistol, man. He turned him to a monster.
Nigga scared.
Monster. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, my favorite lines in the movie. My bad.
Yeah, I know the dude who said you got the juice now. We should have him on sometime. My boy Mitch.
That's hard. I need him to be in one of my music videos where I reenact the movie of Juice. He got to tell me that at the end when I walk off. For real talk.
I'll make that connect,
phenomenal.
man.
Boy, that's phenomenal, boy. That's big.
He done made money off of that. Like say it. Like, oh man, say it. You got the juice now. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, that's funny.
What's poppin', man?
You got it?
Nah. So when you were in, like, I guess back in Baton Rouge, it's middle school. So in middle school, what was your soundtrack? Like, what were you listening to at the time?
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, middle school was wild because like I was different because that's what I was on. Like I was on like Pharcyde, like, you know, passing me by, drop. I was on shit like that. No, like I was weird. I was listening to A Tribe Called Quest, 93 Till. That's what I was doing. I was on Lil Wayne too. Okay, so far as like relevant artists, like I guess more up to date at that time, I was on Lil Wayne. Okay. You know, I was on the Gorillas though. I was listening to a lot of rock, like Fall Out Boy. My soundtracks was wild in middle school because I used to skate. So you know what I'm saying? I used to skateboard. So you need to be hype on energy when you skate. You feel me? And the music set a tone and a vibe to it.
How'd you get exposed to all that though? Not the skateboard, but saying the music. Like, how did you get exposed? Or it was just like
I get about middle school, you feel me? The internet was thriving, you know, and that's it. And the internet, curiosity, just looking up stuff, seeing groups' names on soundtracks and movies, and just digging into them. Like, who is the Beastie Boys? Like, let me go see what they're talking about. Like, you know, who is this group? What they talking about? Like, just paying attention, I guess, and trying to branch off into different sounds and music on my own. Like my dad put me on some stuff, but some stuff I did go find on my own, you know.
Yeah. When did you realize you had a gift for making music?
A gift for making music? Yeah. Probably around that same time, like middle school. I recorded my first song in middle school for my school. And yeah, everybody like loved it. MySpace was popping back then. Okay. And like my views was like yourself. Yeah, my views was like crazy, like 100K, you feel me, from just my school. Like it was crazy. So
what was the song? You know it?
It's called Go DJ. It's like Go DJ D. Yeah, that's me. Go DJ D. Who I be? Go. I spit rhymes like fire. I put them to your desire, fired up, pump like a hot electrical wire.
Let's go.
Okay. I remember it though. It was so fire. Some of my voice was so little, like a little chipmunk rapping. It's crazy.
That's funny.
Then after that song, I think I made a song where I was singing, but my dad wrote the song. It's called I Know. And like, I don't know, from there, it's like Murder, She Wrote. Like, my friends saw that I was recording myself, so they wanted to get in on it, but they weren't really good rappers. So I started like ghost barring for them, like writing ghost bars for them. And I don't know, it was very, very fast. Like I just came an all around the board artist or wanted to be. I guess I was just doing it, like rapping, singing, writing for people, making beats and recording myself. Like in a day. Like it just started. I don't know, it took off from there.
There it is.
Yeah, I was about 11 years old. So this had to be like 2006, 2000. Yeah, about 2006.
If you had to spin a wheel, the little wheels that they have like in the game show, and you had rapping, singing, producing, or songwriting, what would be your thing out of those categories? Stuff like, I know you do it all, but I'm saying, what's the thing?
I had to choose.
Yeah, what do you go to first?
I would wanted to land on singing because singing is the most intimate to me. It's the most difficult for me, and it's the most intimate to me. Because I feel like my voice is powerful. The person who showed me I could sing was a powerful person. She was a beautiful person, and just is very close to me for that reason. So I would always choose singing over everything. I would wish that I aspire to be a better singer. So, cool.
Who's your top musical influences?
My top one?
Yeah, several. You can be fine. Well, however many you want to name.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Lil Wayne. Drake. Jadakiss. And I'm gonna give you another throwback. I'm gonna say Sade.
Sade, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You don't hear that often.
You was
Nah, look, I grew up on Sade.
Oh man, you was raised up with some good music, a good musical background, young man.
And look, my uncle used to play his vinyls in the room and just blast them through the house. And Sade, he loves Sade. He go crazy behind Sade. Hey, I be bumping Marvin Gaye too, though, like a lot. Like on my own, like on the random. Like I might be riding, going pick up some food, or go and charge the car, and like I just throw some Marvin on. Like I think Marvin was a real slept on artist. Marvin was incredible. His range, how many voices? Like he the one who created like creative ad libs like that. Like nobody. That's who did that. That's who started that.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Them hype panned out. Like people like, that's a girl. They come back in the studio like, that's a girl. Nah, boy, that Marvin, boy. Marvin Gaye hard. No, definitely.
So I'm about to flip the page, and then we're gonna come back to a little something. So what comes to your mind if you had to make a choice, Marvel or DC?
Marvel. Yeah. I don't know, dark. I ain't gonna lie. Look, in my defense, the way they just did the DC universe, the live action was garbage. Marvel, yeah. The way Marvel interconnected everything and involved everyone with everyone else's plot. This is going on. Why this is going on? That's Marvel. That's the Marvel universe. So I feel like they did the universe better. So they won me over when they did the universe better because I love the storyline of Marvel universe. Like everything is intertwined. They don't live in separate dimensions. The characters, what he does, what the X-Men do, affect what Spider-Man got going on. Like, yeah, I'm telling you. I like that.
Y'all making me. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say y'all making me rethink my position, man. I was going
only
hard.
Because of like I said, how they directed and did the universe. But the books are like that too, though. Like all Marvel comic books are kind of like that too. Like they intertwine. Like Spider-Man is Johnny Storm's best friend. Like that's awesome. Like they know each other. Like I love how Marvel did that. They did it very well with the Infinity War games. You know, the storyline they did that. I like that.
Yeah, it's funny because Marvel just beat DC to the punch because DC, well, I would say, was the better business back in the day.
Yeah, but, it's the original.
Yeah, well, once Marvel realized they can start, making money off their movies, and they pretty much messed up the whole. I won't say messed up. They made it to where, in order to sell something correctly, you can't just do one movie. Like for a while, they do 3 movies. Now you got to have. How is this going to sell my other movies? They got nothing to do with this movie. Like,
Marvel figured that out.
Marvel, yeah.
Marvel figured that out.
Yeah, DC is gonna be a while because they doing a whole reboot.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're doing a reboot right now. They have an entirely new director, so it might be it's gonna be what we want it to be this time. I think.
Yeah, but it's gonna take 10 years to build up. But
Not with the production level these days. It might take 7 at the max. I think it's gonna take about 3 or 4. You should see the next DC movie. The Flash about to come out.
But that's part of the old universe.
That's part. Oh well.
Yeah, they gotta get rid of those movies.
Yeah, I can't scrap all those.
They just put it out because they didn't want to waste their money. But yeah, I mean,
no offense to Dark Comics, man, but yes, to answer your question, I am a Marvel fan. I love Marvel. I love more characters in the Marvel universe than I love in the DC universe, to be honest.
Who's your favorite hero? That's the toughest question.
Yeah, that was hard. I like Gambit, man. Gambit from
Gambit,
New Orleans.
good answer.
Remy LeBeau, man.
Yeah, Remy. Okay, yeah. Oh, he's from Louisiana.
He from Louisiana. So.
Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah, I love Gambit.
Yeah, he crawfish. Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at. I'm gonna just leave it at Gambit because I choose to be. If I could be anybody in real life, I'd be Gambit.
Yeah, he had the coat outfit, the trench coat.
I'll be like, I don't want to be blue with 3 fingers, but I'll be Nightcrawler too. Like, so I wish I could teleport. That'd be the power I could have if I could have any superpower. Super speed or teleportation.
Yeah, super speed for me. Yeah.
Dang. Y'all make me feel like I just like the light version of comic books, man.
They used to be, but they made DC so dark. I feel bad, man. Like it's just,
I feel miserable watching it.
Well, I'm saying because DC ain't never gonna have a chance to be lighthearted. You know what I mean?
Nah, never.
Because at this point, if DC come off lighthearted, it'll look like they're copying Marvel.
It will.
I mean, but yeah, that's
the thing about DC. In DC, everything starts off it start off bad and then it just get worse. Everybody's storyline, it start off bad and then it just get worse.
Yeah, they were trying to compete. They were trying to compete because their storylines weren't all that. You know what I mean? Everybody was too powerful. It wasn't nuanced. Then now it's too much nuance. It's too, it's very dramatic. You have a point. Yeah.
Who makes Spawn? What comic universe makes Spawn?
Spawn was Image Comics.
Image Comics. Thank you.
Yeah, Image.
Hey, I fuck with Spawn. Spawn hard.
Spawn, yeah, that was one of the first black heroes.
One of the first black heroes. People don't really even know that though.
They don't really pay. They don't give him his credit.
Yeah.
And one of the first successful films.
Yes, thank you.
Michael Jai White.
Thank you. Yes.
John Leguizamo. I mean, they had a good cast.
That's a code. That's a fire. Black superhero movie that's so slept on. It's so fire.
Yeah. All this money that Deadpool making now, they gotta owe it to the Spawn, man. The Spawn was the first, to really step out like that. That's funny.
Can't catch Deadpool though, man. He's too dark.
Yeah, Deadpool different. Yeah. That's my daddy's favorite Marvel character.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah. He put me on Deadpool and the world did not know about Deadpool. I remember Marvel games used to come out on the first PlayStation. He used to always ask him, why they don't put Deadpool? He used to tell me, son, don't nobody know about Deadpool. We can't show the girls Deadpool. That's for the boys.
Deadpool. The way you said that was so sincere.
What he told me. Deadpool for the boys. The girls can't know about Deadpool. He's too explicit.
Man. Your favorite throwback sitcom?
That 70s Show.
What?
Hanging out. Yeah, that was rough.
I was not expecting that at all.
No, it's intimate to me too, man. I used to get out of school. My dad would be like, do your homework. I do my homework. Then we'll chill out and watch that 70s Show. And he is Red Foreman and I am Eric. You feel me?
Yo, that's funny. I was expecting. What do you think of that 90s show?
I don't even watch it. I never watch it. I can't. Yeah.
This is a weird reboot.
I'm straight. I'm good. Shout out to hope you do well. For real, I do. But
what you like most about that 70s show?
The circle.
Oh, yeah. That was a creative way to show
yes,
smoking
indeed.
without smoking.
Emotion. Because for the longest, when I was little, I'm like, why they always go downstairs and sit in the circle and this always smoke? Then I got a little older and was like, damn. One of the things that shake you back, like, damn, no, on TV, like, yeah.
Yeah, that circle, man. Yeah, that was crazy. That's funny. Yeah, that's such a creative way to show something without showing something.
Real so.
That's
I like that. They
artistic.
did their thing with that.
That's 70 show. Yeah, mine is Martin. This is easy, man. Martin
Martin
is.
Hard.
You said what?
I said Martin Hard.
Oh, I thought you said horrible. I'm gonna say what?
Hard.
Martin is before I wanted to do stand-up comedy, I just wanted to be Martin. That was it. I just really wanted to be, I wanted him, I wanted his life. I was a kid. I was like, I want his lifestyle. Then I realized that, I saw You So Crazy, and I was like, okay, so he does comedy, and then you go watching was it Def Comedy Jam and all that stuff. But
on that tip,
Mhm.
on a black, on like no, not to separate things or segregate things, but on like the black show side, Fresh Prince. Yes, indeed, Fresh Prince.
Yeah. But
We'll have any woman that you wanted in the world first.
Yeah. But one thing I said about Fresh Prince was I was like, like the episodes where his exes all came together, you know what I mean, to get him and tie him up and stuff, like Carlton, put him up to it. I was thinking, like, I don't know if I had a woman who liked me from the past enough to come back and do something to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
But Will was hyped though. You ain't live like Will. Will lived in like a 12-bedroom house. Of course they gonna do that to Will.
and his dating choices is interesting because a lot of like everybody would guest star. Every like hot woman in Hollywood would guest star as a chick dating him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tisha Campbell and Elise Neal. She's bad. You know who that is?
Neal, yeah.
Elise Neal's bad. Super bad. That's the wife from the Hughleys. She bad.
Who else? Nia Long? That was his girlfriend for episodes. She was his girlfriend for the longest, I think. Yeah.
She was about to marry him. But yeah, that's
about to marry him. Yep.
But yeah, with Martin, I just really, just iconic. And then to show you how far ahead of his time Martin was, if you look at social media and how like Black people do all their relationship skits and all that stuff, all this stuff was episodes in Martin. And pretty much every one. Like, it's kind of hard to get around that. So that's why I like Martin.
Right. Nah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, white shows. I got an off one. Nobody agree with me on this though, but A Third Rock from the Sun.
I've never seen it.
The show is a terrible premise for the show. It really, this made me confident in being a writer and getting something sold because how dumb the premise is.
Bro.
It's seriously, I don't know how the show lasted 5 seasons. I don't understand. Was it 4 aliens come to Earth and they disguise themselves as a family, and their name is Tom, Dick, and Harry. A lot of people didn't catch that because the kid's named Tommy, and then the girl's named Sally. And they literally just trying to fit in with regular people.
Yeah.
And every episode is about it's like the dumbest thing ever. But I remember watching it first. I used to make fun of white shows. I'm like, this is stupid. White people just don't have no humor. But then I got caught and I was watching. I was like, man, I watched every episode. I was like, Third Rock from the Sun.
You said I watched every episode.
I missed it. like I missed it. It was.
I gotta go watch it. Gotta go watch that.
Yeah. So we have a chat. I meant to tell you because I've been asking questions from the chat here and there, sliding them in there. They want to know the story on how you record your songs.
A story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in Atlanta in, I want to say November, and one of my friends had recently got out of prison. And when he got out of prison, he kind of fell bad into like a situation. He's a user. So from his using, he's developed an illness. He developed kidney failure. Mm-hmm. And, like it kind of hit me hard. He was also going through tribulations, like he couldn't find nowhere to stay, like, and just coming from a situation of being incarcerated and being released and not having a good foundation. I got to like see it from the outside looking in because I'm fortunate to have what I have. And I had to watch someone who wasn't as blessed or fortunate go through the exact opposite situation than me. And that inspired me to, write about just like how the system doesn't set you up to have a foundation and be a stable human being. They don't, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't rehabilitate you. They create it to where you are definitely a higher statistic for recidivism. And I don't know, that inspired me. All stories inspire me, all things that happen, experiences that are like intimate to me inspire me to write. But that one specifically inspired me to write about the injustice and, the government and being incarcerated, not being released properly, not having a foundation, not having a support system. The song is called, excuse my French, Fuck 12. But yeah, that inspired me to write that.
I like how you having this deep message. He was like, that was a song called, excuse me, but Fuck 12.
Yeah, all police ain't bad either. Let me just say that. But overall, like, yeah, the system trash.
Absolutely. Blame the system. That's exactly what it is.
System trash.
And this is the last one. Well, it's not the last one, but it's another one that came in. Chat wants to know, oh shoot, I didn't even know that. Okay, I want you to tell about your feature on Jadakiss Top 5 Dead or Alive album.
Okay, so check this out.
I remember when that came out.
We in Yonkers. We in New York for like 7 days. Boom. I'm recording at Digital Studios, like by Times Square. So we recorded like 10 songs, did like the small album mixtape type deal with the group Black Balloon. It's me, EXO, it's Squirm G, it's Rambo K Cutter. We just hopped in there. We took out with a couple other New York artists. Friday, October, JL Draft Pick. Shout out to them. Thank y'all for collaborating with us. Slim and Neutron made all the production. We end up recording a song like 2 months prior with Jadakiss called Envy. So we went to Yonkers to shoot the video for Envy. And during the video shoot, he invited us back to his studio because I guess he just felt our energy, felt our vibe to do another song. So later on that night, we shout out when we go to Yonkers, go to their studio, man. We walking up, Cam and Cam and DC's coming out. Like, damn, Cam and D, down, what up? So what's up, Rico? Like chopping it up with them, go upstairs and Kiss like, man, y'all pick a beat, let's vibe, let's do it. So Kiss put on a couple beats. I end up picking one, choosing one. Now at this point, it's understood that all 4 of us are about to get on the song. Me, Squirm G, Rambo K Cutter. But I don't know, the energy in the room kind of felt a little lag. It had a lag to it. Like no one was actually trying to, say what they were writing, I guess. So the beat just played for like 20 minutes and I just walked up to Killer like, DJ Killer Touch, like, say, I got a hook and I got a verse. Let me hear this. So I boom, I spin it to him. He was like, go put that on wax. So I'm like, you sure? So he like, but I'm like, hey, yo, record me. So boom, I end up doing the hook and I did the verse. I did the other hook. Boom, I come out. Kiss was like, Kiss writing. Kiss had then told the other 2 artists, like, no, y'all chill. Like, let me and him do this. Like, I got it. And when I finished the song, he finished the song. He was like, yeah, this is going on my album. Like, what? Like, what?
Oh, wow.
I ain't had no clue. I thought it was about to be a mixtape track. I just, one of my tracks you're going to give me? Nah, dude was like, nah, this is going on my album. He told me that in front of me. So, man, big ups to Kiss. That was just unconditional, unexpected love. You feel me? No one had to get in his ear, convince him. That was just a real, genuine move because he like how I executed my delivery. You feel me? Like, I just went and did it. I was so young, too. I was like 21, 20. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge, man. Seriously.
That was awesome. Can you hear me?
Smooch. Yeah,
My bad. My bad. I had some stuff going on. But I was saying, shame on me, because when Killer Touch, when he would come to LA, I would get with him like before he kind of had to work or do what he did for the locks and whatnot. But I might have went one time to go and see him at a club or something like that when he was DJing for him. But the verses really stirred up in me, like, okay, because I forgot how dope the locks were. Because you know what I'm saying? You had like the Rough Rider and the Bad Boy stuff and all that. And then the way that they set up, and I think that it was marketing, but the way that they set up the verses, everybody was like, "Oh man, Dipset's gonna smash him. Dipset's gonna smash him."
Well, their movement was bigger.
Man,
The Dipset era was, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it was just it was hard to avoid, but I mean, we saw the result of hard work, man.
I thought Dipset was gonna smash him, and it was like Jadakiss was the ringer. You know what I'm saying? It was like man, it was like he came out and he came out of nowhere and he just didn't stop. And then you say, okay, well, Jadakiss wrote this, and then Jadakiss wrote that, and then I'm like, oh, he was right in front of us the whole time. We just wasn't. Nah, the Dipset was flashier. That was a lot to it too, because you know, the Locks was kind of, you know, a little more. I don't want to say more hood, but the Locks, you didn't see, like, now you kind of see them with a little bit of flash, but before they didn't have so much flash on them. You know what I'm saying? Right. The jewelry.
There was way more. There was more in the streets.
Yeah.
It was more in the streets.
Yeah,
not saying that Dipset wasn't in the streets, but just the Locks was like they wasn't in the luxury part of the streets. They was in the streets. Like
And Dipset been beefing since they started, man. Like, let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They always had issues. That's part of their gimmick is they beef.
Right.
Locks have been they always had cohesion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just they're synchronized. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, they've always had, you know. Now I understand, like,
because ain't nobody trying to outshine the other one.
Yeah. And they understand each other, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, you know, no offense to Dipset, but the writing's on the wall because they probably done broke up already. That's just what they do. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they do. They get together, break up. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing it since. That was the whole thing. They'd be like, "Well, you heard, you know, they ain't working no more." Then you heard, you know, then Jim Jones would be like the de facto leader. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, they all do their own thing, but it was
shout out Jim Jones, man. And my dude too. I fuck with Jimmy.
And you know, it was interesting because that was one of the on one of the interviews that I saw the Locks do before the verses. That was one of the things I believe Styles P said. He said there isn't a hip hop group right now that could go against us that have not broke up, have not gone, whatever, and you know, that we all get along, we all talk to each other, and he was like going on and on and on. And I was kind of like, and when he said that, it still didn't really click, but it's something about when Jadakiss hit that stage during the verses, man. And it was, and I'll say the other dope part was Styles P and Sheik Luch, they knew their role in the whole situation. So it was kind of like, okay, Jada want to go, we just gonna step to the side and back our boy, man, and let him go and just do destruction. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we'll loop back around and do a song. Nah, that was dope. That was real dope.
Yeah, man. Showmanship.
So, your best pickup line.
My best pickup line. I don't even holler at chicks, so I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, hey, what's up? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm too focused. Right? I'm too focused on my work right now to be spitting at girls.
Good for you, man.
That's a great line. That's a great line.
I ain't got no pickup lines. Like, you gotta, hey, you gotta glow to you. Like, I guess, like, cause that'll be what made me even walk up to a woman at this point. Like, she just got an aura and she just glowing. So, yeah, you gotta glow to you. Like, you beautiful. Your energy beautiful. Like, I don't know about a pickup line, but that'll be what turned my head.
But I think your pickup, your non-pickup line is a pickup line. You know what I mean? Like,
my young pickup line, my young pickup line was you born in the summertime? Cause you hot.
That's too wild.
That's like 08.
Dang.
Yeah.
So well, real quick, during the verses, whose side you was on? Because you had songs with Jada Kids and you had songs with Jim Jones too. So was that a toss up for you?
I mean, I was in prison during the verses, to be honest with you. So I didn't even get a chance to, you know what I'm saying, hold the position on whose side I would pick. But I mean, I feel like I can't even say whose side I would have been on. Like to be honest,
yeah.
huh?
Like initially, like when you first heard it was going down.
Yeah, I couldn't even, because I like, you know, not on to let's take the personal out of it. Like I kind of in my teenage years, I listened to more Dipset than I did listen to the Locks. You know what I'm saying? So I probably was more familiar with more Dipset music. But I mean, add the personal, me and Kiss got a personal relationship. I've been listening to Kiss all my life, but I can't say I've been listening to Styles P and the Locks all my life. I can't say that. I'll be lying. Yeah, I listen to Styles, but I can't say I listen to just the Locks as a group. Like I can't lie and say that. So I don't know who I can't say I would have picked. I would have just checked it out. You
know. How many songs do you feel like a new artist need to put out in the span of like 2 months?
In the span of 2 months, you should put out at least 7 songs.
How many?
7.
7. Where'd you get this from?
I mean, 7 is my number. Like it's my spirit number. It's my power number too. But I feel like you have 3 to 4 weeks within each month. You should put out a song a week.
Wow.
I would. That's what I've been doing for quite a while now. You know.
A song a week. So when you say you put out like you just put out the music to the world?
I mean, yeah, I put out the music, but I might put out the visual with it as well. If I shot in the visual, I put both of them out.
Wow, man, that's it's funny. Like when artists, I like when artists talk about like they had an upcoming album. That's what artists always do. Like I got an album coming out. Like I got an album. This exactly.
I do not have an album coming out. I was supposed to drop a project. I was supposed to drop a project today, but I don't know, bro. Like they kind of be delaying me on my projects. They feel like me dropping a project right now doesn't really make sense because I don't really have a major fan base. I'm still starting, so just keep dropping singles until you get to that level, and then we'll drop projects. So I mean,
what I was gonna say is whenever they have like drop an album, they'll say like get ready to drop an album. They'll be like I recorded like 70 tracks for this. I got recorded 90 tracks for this. I heard T.I. say that. So are you that type of artist where you need to record like that much and then boil it down to like a 10 or 20?
I mean, I do that subconsciously, I suppose. I just record like every other day or every day. Like I can record 3 times a day. I just make songs. I'm sure all of them won't make the cut, but I don't even look at it like I made 100 for this album, so choose 10. Now I just made 100 new songs. So go see what go together and put out what y'all want. It's kind of how I look at it. I mean, I do get in certain modes where I do create a vibe of songs, like a cluster of songs, but I also get in these random spurt modes where like I go in on these binges of just creating completely different songs than the last song. And to be honest, they will not sound good on the album together. Not if you like a specific genre of music, it won't sound good on the album together because I might rap, I might rap some trap stuff, spit some conscious stuff, do some soul music, do a rock song, do some R&B, do some soul, and you're gonna be like, just whoa, like I do all this in one studio session. So I can't say I sit there and I make. I do that. I could do that in one session. Like nigga done seen it. You feel me? Like how you just made the intro to 6 different albums in one night.
Man, you want to hear something funny? Whenever I've ever talked to Killer Touch about you, he always sounded like really confident. You know what I'm saying? But he don't get excited or whatever. But he's confident. You know what I'm saying? Right. And always looked at it like, oh man, Killer Touch is from New York. You know what I'm saying? They them dudes, they don't get too excited. They they stay cool. They whatever. But man, he found one when he found you though. I can say that for a fact.
He zoomed in on me from always, like I said, that was divine too. Like I feel like that was meant to happen because he one of them people who he believed in me. You feel me? He really, really believed in me. And because he believed in me, I feel like I need to go the extra mile when it comes to like creating music and making sure that I put on and represent him in a very, very positive way, so I don't make him look foolish. Like, so when people do see me as an artist or hear me, they be like what you saying? Like, damn, you made a good choice. You gonna manage anybody, I would manage him. Like, try to make sure that makes sense.
When you was in prison, what'd you do to pass the time?
Make songs. So I ended up having a cell phone when I was in prison, and there's this app called BandLab. You can record on this app. I used to record songs. Like Killer would post on his Instagram, send me beats to his email. Producers would then send 20 to 50, 60 beats, and he'll send them to me. And as he send them to me, I send him songs back the same day. I send him complete finished songs back the same day.
Hard worker, man. That's tight.
Yeah. So when I didn't have a phone, I just exercised when I was in prison. I used to exercise and read a lot. Just exercise and read.
What do you feel like your most iconic moment that you've been a part of or you witnessed?
Getting on Jadakiss album and doing a song with Jim Jones and shooting a video in the same night. That was crazy. That was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Me and Jones we did the song at like 10, it was at 5 o'clock in the morning shooting a video. Like, and I was lit. Like my energy, I don't even know. It was like God was flowing through me. My energy was just so potent and pure. Like I was not tired. Like that just felt awesome. Yeah. I felt limitless.
Come on, man. You was dealing with cats who people gotta have major record labels and a couple briefcases, duffel backpacks full of bread.
Right. The generals love me though. You feel me? And that also comes from my respect for, that also comes from my respect for real hip hop and real music. Like I suppose like they could feel that about me. And I idolize them dudes. That's who I grew up under. I don't really listen to too many new age rappers. I don't feel what they talking about. We not on the same type of time. You feel me? Original hip hop is way more educational. And I don't care how old I get, I always need to be educated. I can't learn nothing from new hip hop.
If you had to pick one contemporary cat other than Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, who would it be?
Consciously, like a conscious rapper?
No, it don't matter. Just a contemporary, just not those two. Just somebody contemporary doing it right now.
Damn. NBA YoungBoy.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
I don't mind. I'm really messing with Jid, but I really like his last album. Jaddy.
I never heard of him. I have heard of him, but I never heard his music.
He's kind of a Kendrick clone. I ain't gonna lie, but he signed to J. Cole. He cool.
Okay.
Kendrick
I mean, it's just
like J.
But that's what artists do. You know what I'm saying? When there's a big artist, you know what I'm saying, you get somebody to sound like that other person to kind of get that, make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Fall into that lane, get that same crowd.
I mean, that's what T.I. had Iggy Azalea and B.O.B. You know what I mean? Like that's just, that's they like.
I feel like the artists that relate closest to me would be Tory Lanez. I feel like we do the same thing.
Well, you're gonna have a slot available, bro. You go ahead and slip in that lane because Tory gonna be out of that lane.
Nah, God bless Tory. I pray that Tory make it out this situation and back in his rightful spot. You feel me? I'd love to be on side of him, then take his spot.
Yeah, honestly, he's listening to his music. I mean, he's a really diverse artist. You know what I'm saying? So if you anything like him, though, you diverse. I can see
he real talent. He's super talented. But one thing I really like about him the most, he know how to be transparent. And when you know how to be transparent, you really could transcend in your music because you put in touch some people who are afraid to say some things. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say everything that they're afraid to say. I like that. I love that in music. I like hearing that other artists do that for me.
What's your ultimate goal
in life or musically?
I would say both, but you can start with life.
No, I'm gonna start musically. My ultimate goal musically is to basically be I want to be the next Jay-Z. You feel me? I want to become a billionaire from this. I want to become a superstar from this. I want to be able to use my platform as a way to educate people the best way I can about whatever subject I'm talking about, or just relate to you by talking about my life. Like, and I want to be awarded for it. You feel me? I want Grammys. I want BET Awards. I really want BET Awards. If I get BET Awards, I'm really straight on everything else because I'm satisfied with that. But I mean, I want awards. I want trophies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want my accolades. I want my name to be in the books forever. I want you to remember me. Remember that I was here. I want people 50 years from now to still play my music. That's one of my goals.
Hey.
Before my life goal, I just want to become, timeless. Like, I guess that kind of go hand in hand with that, though. I want to become timeless. I want to evolve spiritually and just, transcend beyond my physical flesh and be somewhere higher mentally, just above it all. Like, I'm going to get there, though. I know I'm going to get there because I'm working on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nah, you know what? Back when you guys were talking about people sounding like people, R. Kelly used to sound like Ron Isley when he first came out.
Bro.
Exactly like Ron Isley.
I mean, he made albums for him, so I guess that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah,
he was, and then he came into his own though. You know what I'm saying? But like when he first, he was like that, and then he turned to something different.
Yeah.
So, Taylor,
what's up?
If you had a biopic, a bio movie,
okay,
what would it be called?
My bio movie?
Yeah.
XO.
All right.
Okay.
It'll probably be XOXO. You feel me? Probably two of them. Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, my grandma used to tell me that all the time. She used to text that to me.
Oh, okay.
That's how I came up with it. My close friends called me XO.
Okay.
So she called me that. They called me that. So she's the most important person in my life. So yeah, it would probably be that.
All right. And who would play you?
My little brother. He's 12 years old. His name Christian Ricard. Yeah, I have to play him. Definitely. Character, singer, dancer. He's everything. He that's Michael. That's the Michael Jackson in my family.
Okay, I'll look out for him then.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you had to give advice to your past self, what would it be?
Focus on you. Stop tripping behind these girls.
Hey, man.
Focus on you, bro. Stop tripping behind these girls. Stop trying to settle down. You is young. Focus on your craft. You're gonna get better. And you're gonna get better. And the more you focus on your craft, the better you're gonna get, bro. And you good right now, but if you focus on your craft, you're gonna be way better. I go tell him that. He need to hear that.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to hit Killer Touch Up and figure out how old you are, because you sound you got the brightness of a young man, but then you got the wisdom of an older cat. But
all my friends, people I consider my friends in their 40s. So
okay,
I learned from them. Yeah, I said when they all around each other talking, I just be quiet and just be looking and listening. Absorbing. You feel me? It's greatness. Like it's wisdom in a circle. Like listen, absorb that.
Somebody in the chat wanted me to, what message you want to put out through your music?
Love, ultimately, love, and be self-aware that you are limitless as God, because that limitless God is a part of your essence. So be limitless in your creativity. That's ultimately what I want to put out. You feel me? Because I know I embody God. I know we all embody God. No different than other human beings. We all do. So we all can connect to that within each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really one for making gospel music, because I still talk how I talk and I still live how I live. And I don't feel like it's very, Christ-like or pastor-like, but don't get it twisted. I know God. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get it twisted. I know divinity. You feel me? I felt divinity. I've seen divinity. I feel like every human being, at some point, we're all going to pass and go on to somewhere else. So try to experience that divinity while you're alive, so that you can know to take your decisions and choices much more serious, because you will be judged for them. You feel me? So that.
Amen. Amen. Hey man, just don't get too large, man. I'm gonna be hitting Killer Touch Up for an interview in about a year, man. Once you blow, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be the same. Look, hey, if I ain't playing Call of Duty, I'm with it. Cause I be on Call of Duty. Making them little kids hate me, though.
No,
I be punishing them kids.
I'm gonna hit you with the last one, man.
What's
So we passed COVID for right now. You've been back home. You've been to. I know you didn't went to one concert. You went to the Gorillaz concert. You've been outside. You out in Fort Lauderdale. You know what I'm saying? Killer Touch got a luxury lifestyle going on out there. You know, big cars and I'm sure it's a bunch of other big stuff going on and all that. Where do you see like the progression going socially in the next 2 years, just generally?
I feel like in the next 2 years, I will have at least 3 of my own songs in the top 10. You feel me? Is that socially?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that in the next 2 years for sure. At least 3 of songs that I created that are mine within the top 10. And I'm probably on about 2 or 3 features that's in the top 10. Cause I'm about to outwork everybody. You feel me? I'm about to outwork everybody that's working right now. And not only am I gonna outwork you, not only am I gonna kill you in quantity, I'm gonna kill you in quality. My music is better. My subject's just better. The way I do it is better. I feel better when I do it than other people. I ain't loaded. I ain't high. I ain't off drugs. You feel me? This is my spirit. This is my raw spirit. So, yeah, I'm gonna just
and my interviews is better.
Yeah, and my interviews is better. You feel me? And I dress better and I smell good right now. And I ain't even got nobody to smell good for it. Like, it's crazy. Like, but now I see myself, you know, in my stardom with other artists, meeting them, working with them, me being impressed with what we create together, just me and my creative space for real. Like, I completely control my creative environment. Any artist that I've ever wanted to work with will be accessible to me, will probably be more than pleased to work with me. And they gonna feel that I'm more than pleased to work with them. I see prosperity for myself and just abundance, like all the things I ever desired, because it's just happening for me. Like, it's happening. Like, I can't say it no better than that. It's continuously happening. It's happening right now. I'm on this right now. Like,
nah,
I just see more of what's happening right at this very moment.
So you got anything you want people to check out right now? Anything coming up?
Check this out. I don't know about anything coming up, but please go stream Intoxicating, Long Gone, and McQueen by Taylor Ricard.
Okay.
I would love that. You feel me? Do that for me. And if you like it, go check the videos out on YouTube, and I'll be dropping my music real soon. I'm gonna keep y'all entertained. That's what I do.
Dope. Give your IG handle.
It's Taylor Ricard XO, TAYLOR RICARD XO. Same on Twitter, same on TikTok.
Dope.
Thank you.
Jeremy, you got any shows coming up? Anything you want to let us know about?
Tonight I'm at the Hollywood Improv at 10 o'clock. You guys probably won't make that. Let's see. The 20th, I'm at, I believe, the Comedy Store. Yeah. And then the 23rd, I'm at 23rd, I'm at the Ice House in Pasadena. They've reopened that place. Other than that, just follow me at Jeremy Comedy. You know, I got stuff popping up every day. I go up at least twice a day, so that's what I do. Yeah, trying to outwork Taylor, man.
Yeah,
you're hard working, man.
Most
you're a hard person to follow.
Yeah, man. Well, no, good looking. It's been another episode of Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you. God bless y'all.
And thanks again, Jeremy.